I'm building a product company, and it all started with this bench, what I called the holiday bench. It was born out of necessity to have extra seating at the holidays, and it was my first big project here in the new studio. More importantly, this bench taught me, reminded me how important and necessary it was for me to make things with my hands. When I'm making things, I feel present. I feel like my mind is at ease and my creative mind is free to roam and explore. I want to chase that. And I think for me, that means building and developing as many different types of useful products as I can with the skills that I have. So I'm starting a company based on the simple principle of making something out of nothing. So if everything goes to plan, I'm about 3 months out from dropping the first collection, my first body of work. Think of it like building the character of the story. It's going to be a wearable collection of mostly workwear, an engineer's shirt, coat, kimono, a pant, a t-shirt, and maybe a hat and some other simple things.
Okay, so why even do this to begin with, right? I was actually, Colin and Samir just published a good video today about kind of creator models and what's happening and a little bit of divestment from long form video, from advertisers. Audiences are becoming increasingly more sensitive to paywalls, and as a creator, if you can basically make the content the loss leader, right? It helps lower the customer acquisition cost to reach new people, to get them interested in what you're doing, and then ultimately convert them to purchase something. And I think that's the reason I'm trying this route for now.
This company is an incredibly personal endeavor, and I think that's critically important to developing a personal brand. And quite frankly, I'm thinking of it almost as if it were my merchandise line that runs in parallel with my brand as a creator here on the internet. I want to ensure that I'm staying true to me and in my image making and object making ethos and sharing as much as I possibly can with you. And that's why I want to develop this brand out in the open. I want to work with you, and I want to answer the questions that you have, along with sharing the insights that I gain from my creative journey and my creative process. Some brands that I really love that I'm kind of aspiring to be, per se, are brands like Teenage Engineering or Benjamin Edgar, who has an incredible object company that is a perfectly whimsical fusion of art and sometimes functional objects, but generally just makes things that he feels compelled to make. And I love that ethos because they're uniquely him and they are uniquely unique. My hope is that the insights that I gain through this process of building and making objects and sharing my creativity with the world, that it opens some creative doors in your mind to encourage you to make things. And I hope that the product and objects that I make also encourage you to make things. That's ultimately what I want, is to make things that encourage use, that are made to be used and loved and worn and grow with you in your creative journey. It's a piece that we can kind of share together. Okay, with that being said, here's what you can do to help. Ultimately, just following along and liking and sharing with your peers or commenting and engaging in this content is helpful. So I appreciate that, and that happens on Instagram and YouTube. The biggest thing that you can do to stay in tune with what I'm doing related to the product company is subscribe to my newsletter, which is linked either in my bio or the description of this video. Can we get the dogs to stop barking, please? Thanks.